Hello, welcome back. We're about to start round 2 with our red-green splash-white dinosaurs deck. This is limited experience. I am Adam. That's Chris and Gage.
Over here in the corner that you can't see is Gage.
Chris, what do you think? In the blind, I'm actually completely okay with it.
What do I think about what? The hand?
Our hand.
I'm okay with the whiptail. I'd rather have a play before turn.
I would too, but we do have a lot of low drop 2s and 3s. Like close to 10 or 11. And if we draw a mountain, this hand becomes great.
Oh yeah.
Like Regisaur Alpha into a Raging Swordtooth, it's hard to beat. I think it's worth a keep.
I can go with it.
And he mulliganed. So, he mulliganed to 5. He mulliganed to 4. He kept 4.
Sounds like us.
That does sound a lot like us. And he led with black. Alright, we drew a mountain. So, from here on out, essentially, we want to draw spells.
Cards. Yeah.
We can play everything in our deck except for the Colossal Dreadmouth and the Thundering Spinebacks with the mana we currently have.
And knowing us, we're going to keep drawing mana.
We drew Dinosaur Stampede. So on turn 4 we're playing Gracing Whiptail, turn 5 we're playing Regisaur Alpha, turn 6 we play Raging Swordtooth, turn 7 we win.
I mean, that sounds great in theory.
Yeah, provided it all goes according to plan, kind of thing. Paladin of the Bloodstain on turn 4.
I don't think we care.
I know we don't care. Our Grazing Whiptail completely stonewalls it, and...
Unless he drops a Vampire Zeal.
Or we could just draw a Pounce, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that we just pounce whatever. Like, when we go to the big combat on turn 7, with the Dinosaur Stampede, we just pounce something that's blocking and then trample over it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we do care. That's a Mark of the Vampire on his Paladin.
Okay.
I think we let that through.
Yeah.
And I think we change our minds from... I think we play Swordtooth this turn, because it will kill his Vampire and gives us a good blocker for the... for the Paladin.
He's still gaining 5 life, though, which I don't like.
I don't either, but we don't really have a way to stop that.
It's true.
And in playing the Regisaur means we lose the Regisaur, which I think the Regisaur is better than the Swordtooth.
Hence why it's a $7 rare.
So we're going to hope, unless he has Swashbuckling, or not Swashbuckling, Skullduggery. Do we hope he doesn't attack? I mean, there's no reason to... He has Allegiance Judgment. That's bad.
Okay.
He is top decking like a champ, I can tell you that much.
Oh yeah, what are those top decks last game for us?
We did pretty well on top decks last game. That being said, I still think we just play the Regisaur Alpha and commune with dinosaurs afterwards.
Do we commune then Regisaur? Because commune might draw something better.
I can't think of anything better than Regisaur to play, but you could be right, so we'll do that. I think out of these, we actually take the mountain, because that lets us play Thundering Spineback next turn.
What is it, a mountain, a dagger tooth, and...
A Ranging Raptor. Actually, the Ranging Raptor.
Yeah.
Because we can block with the Ranging Raptor, any order, and then still get the land that we would have gotten otherwise. And leave up Pounce. I don't like doing that, because it means he'll gain life off of the Paladin twice, but... Excuse me. It does kill his Paladin, and if his Paladin's down, I don't think he Pious Interdicts. which we're fine with because we can still pounce with it. And I honestly don't... What?
I was just saying that's the important part.
Yeah. I honestly don't think he wins this game without that Paladin.
What card did what, this?
Yeah.
That looks like Ranging Raptors. I can't
No,
tell.
what do you put on it?
Oh, that's Pious Interdiction. It's a pacifism.
So he's going to gain 10 life, which sucks.
Yeah.
But we get rid of that damn thing. And I don't think he's really winning the game without it. Even at 39 life. So I think we play Regisaur this turn. And then next turn Thundering Spine back. Because the Regisaur will give the Thundering Spine back haste.
Yes. I guess I'm okay with that.
Excuse me.
Even though we are not using 3 of our mana.
Yeah, but I think over the course of the 2 turns, we'll get in for 10 extra damage. Because we'll get the 3 from the Dinosaur, and then 7 from the Regisaur Alpha and the Dinosaur together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Thundering Spineback would be attacking anyway, so... Yeah, it's just gonna be slam this guy. We absolutely...
Hope he doesn't have a Vampire's Zeal?
Yeah. Well, he has no cards in hand.
Oh, well then swing team.
Yeah. We absolutely just swing out here. I think next turn we use Thundering Spineback's ability to make a guy, and then we Dinosaur Stampede, and I think that's just lethal.
Well, I can do that.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Yep, you can do 4 to us.
Yeah, that is game. That is lethal.
And he can't kill us on the crackback without, like, exactly a combat trick. But if he has a combat trick, he has to use it so that he doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have cards in hand still?
He has 1 card now.
1. That little number over there that you can't read.
And if he has, like, a kill spell, it doesn't do anything. Like, it kills one of our creatures, but... Oh, you know what? We can't do both.
Dang,
We're
right.
off by 1 mana. So I think we make a Dinosaur Friend, swing with Thundering Spineback and the Regisaur, and leave back the 2 Dinosaur Friends.
And we drop Cobbled Wings because we can.
Yes. We're just... It would actually, I think, be better to swing with Thundering Spineback 1 Dinosaur Friend, and then leave back Regisaur Alpha Dinosaur Friend as blockers.
That seems okay.
It's 1 less damage, but it gives us a bigger blocker if he does something crazy. And I'd want to leave back 2 in case he has, like, contract killing or something.
Mm-hmm.
Skyblade's fine. Alright, so I'm going to play the Daggertooth, go to combat, swing all in, and then I think we just win off of the Dinosaur Stampede. Oh!
Mm-hmm.
With what he left open, does he have... What's the odds he has Settle the Wreckage?
How many cards do you have in hand? 1?
He has 1 card in hand, but he left white, black, black open, and that's how we lose this game.
That would be how we lose this game, but it's a rare.
I still think what we do this turn is use Spineback's ability, play Daggertooth, swing with our 3 tokens and our Daggertooth.
Okay.
We don't have enough mana for that. We're still one short. Alright, I think we're fine, though, with Spineback, make a friend, swing with the 3 friends.
Why don't we equip Cobbled Wings to one of those so that he's forced on his blocks?
because we're gonna put the Cobbled Wings. I guess we could have done both. I was thinking we were gonna do Cobbled Wings post combat, so then he can't get past us with the Skyblade. He just let 12 happen.
Okay, champing it.
So yeah, I think he has settled the wreckage. Like, honestly. That's... Either he has settled the wreckage or he's conceding.
Why not both?
I mean, I guess.
It path to exile. All of the attack.
Yeah. White, white, 2. Exile all attacking creatures. Their controller gets a basic for each one. Ixalan's Binding. Okay. Who's he taking? Probably just our Thundering Spineback?
Probably.
Because it makes all of our guys smaller and prevents us from making more.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's fine. It's sad, but it's fine.
I mean, we can't really do anything about it.
Yeah. And now we're not worried about Settle the Wreckage anymore, which means we swing team.
We drop Dagger Tooth, then we swing team, and then we Dinosaur.
I think we block the Vampire Token here? No, we have to block the Paladin.
Yeah.
Because if he does have Vampire Zeal, blocking the token would give him Fatal against us.
Mm-hmm.
And we win. So I think it was he had Zeal, and he was hoping that we didn't see the block. Or, alternatively, that we didn't care. Like, if we were just like, block the 1/1, just do it, and he sealed. Do we sideboard at all?
Well, seeing as we didn't take Disenchant, I think probably not.
We have Slice and Twain, though.
We draw Slice and Twain. I forgot that was an option. What did we take out for it?
That's a good question. Maybe the Dinosaur Stampede? It seems more win more.
The what?
The Dinosaur Stampede. I don't think we need it against his deck.
I mean, we almost needed it earlier.
We never really almost needed it. It would have won us
we
game
would love
fast.
to have it there. But I can see your argument.
I think we want Pounce more. Because I don't want to take out a creature for it. So, we want Cobbled Wings, because Vampires has a lot of flyers. We want Huatli, obviously. I think we want Commune more. I think we want New Horizons more.
I think it is a Dinosaur Stampede.
I could make an argument for it being like the Ravenous Daggertooth instead and go to 16 creatures, but that doesn't seem right.
I'd rather not go to 16 creatures in a Niosaurus deck.
But he had several. He had Pious, Interdiction. He had a handful of others that I'm not. Ixalan's Binding. Mark the Vampire. He had enough that we want to be able to destroy him. I like the sand. What do you think, Chris?
I think it's keepable because we have 3 lands. We have a turn 3, turn 4 probably. If we draw a turn 4 in 4 turns.
We got a Ranging Raptors. So draws staying as is. I think that this is our order. Like Ranging Raptors, then Pounce, then Dryad, then Ravenous Daggertooth, and then Colossal Dreadmaw.
Yes.
Like assuming we only draw lands or something. But we found a Rebound Crack. That's pretty good. But I really like Ranging Raptors pouncing Bishop Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
He has a Mauvern Fine. That's bad.
Oh, Ranging Raptors pouncing Mauvern Fine.
Yep.
Maybe this is the vampires deck that we passed.
I was actually thinking something similar. I was thinking something similar. So we drew a Regisaur.
I think we still dropped the Raging Raptors.
Yeah, absolutely. It pretty effectively keeps his creatures back. Because unless he has exactly Mark of the Vampire, which would be very sad, we're not blocking that. It can have Death Touch, and
Threat of Activation is a killer.
So we are going to pounce Raging Raptors onto the Modern Find. And then we are, going to draw a card, or get a land.
Probably Mountain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Mountain. And we don't have any 2-drops, so we're going to pass. Next turn, do we just slam Colossal Dreadmaw? Or do we play Regisaur Alpha next turn and Colossal Dreadmaw on the following?
I think we want Regisaur before Dreadmaw.
Okay.
Because it gives Dreadmaw haste, and a 6/6 trample haste for 6 is pretty strong.
I think at this point we do actually block the Sittering Heartstopper. Because it gets us another land, which we're fine with. And it's going to be just a damage return for the rest of the game until we block it. And I think Raging Raptor... I could see Daggertooth being a better card to block it with. But we have our next couple turns, what we're doing. Like, we're not playing Daggertooth ever.
I think we block with it. Probably trade.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do we get our planes so that if need be, we could play Watley
the answer is yes.
on the same turn? Yeah.
But it is unlikely to come up, but this gives us 2 of each color of source, and we are completely happy with that. Paladin of the Bloodstained, it's fine. We drew a Thundering Spine back. Does that change anything?
I mean, we could play the Thundering Spine back.
But do we want to, over our other cards?
Because it doesn't have haste.
No, it doesn't. I think Regisaur's better. I think Thundering Spineback's a better card next turn than Colossal Dreadmaw, but I think Regisaur this turn is better.
Why did you tap the Rootbound Crag instead of the planes?
I want to leave up double white.
What combat trick costs white?
I thought there was one. I'm probably wrong. I'll be honest here, but another Paladin of the Bloodstained. So we do need to draw our Grazing Whiptail at some point, or we can't. Or we can draw Cobbled Wings.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you actually think about playing Ravenous Daggertooth into Cobbled Wings? Like, it's not a great use of our mana, but it means they can't attack us with Skyblade anymore. I think we'd take one more hit off of Skyblade.
Also, there is no white combat trick in Ixalan.
Okay. But I think we're okay with taking one more damage off of Skyblade in exchange for getting Thundering Spine back down.
Yeah.
We have exactly 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. If we had like 8, we could have done Colossal Dreadmaw and Cobbled Wings, but then not equipped it.
All in vampire stuff.
These 3 do, these do not.
Alright, what's he represent? He has 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 damage if he swings out. And then we eat his 3 biggest things and instead take 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hammerskull's a good card.
Oh yeah, it should have been an uncommon.
Which means we're never actually getting to block the Skyblade.
Yeah.
I think we play Ravenous Daggertooth, Raptor Hatchling, and Cobbled Wings. Well, if he wants...
Oh, yeah, we do. Never mind.
Wants to stop us from blocking with the flying guy, that means he has to swing with the Territory Hammer Skull, which we can just eat.
That's true.
So I think it's back to the Ravenous Daggertooth, Cobbled Wings, equip the Cobbled Wings under the Ravenous Daggertooth. What do you think? Because it means he can't attack us with a Skyblade anymore, and right now that's how we're losing.
Yeah. Especially if we market the vampires in. Why are we playing creatures in our first main phase when we're probably going to attack in the attack
Because
phase?
we're probably not attacking.
Just making sure.
We have very bad attacks right now. He has
I
two
sort of
paladins.
missed entirely what you said the plan was, and I just sort of nodded my head. So,
We
just figured I'd check.
are putting Cobbled Wings on the Ravenous Daggertooth, and then he can't attack us with his Skyblade anymore. Because if he does, we'll gain life off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if he decides to get one more poke in by tapping with the Territorial Hammer Skull, then we get to eat his Territorial Hammer Skull.
Tasty. Nom nom nom.
Tasty nom nom. That is correct. So I think next turn we slam Colossal Dreadmaw and swing in with it. Have a 7/7 Trampler coming his way.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to bring the team? He's bringing the team. Right.
Okay.
How's he tap? He's tapping our flyer, which is what we expected. So we're going to definitely block the Territorial Hammer Skull with our Thundering Spineback. Because the two tricks he probably has are either Slash of Talons, Skullduggery, or Vampire Seal.
Mm-hmm.
And this will dodge all of them.
Yeah. So do we eat his 2/2 lifelink with our...
Regisaur? Yes.
Yeah. And do we eat his... Do we eat the lifelink or the paladin with
I
our...
think we have the Paladin with our Dinosaur, because that's significantly less damage, and we're okay with losing our Dinosaur to a trick.
Even though we wouldn't like it.
We wouldn't like it, but we are okay with it. And here we're only taking 7, which isn't a huge amount.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it puts us at 5, but we're able to profitably block from here on very, very easily.
Yeah.
And next turn we're playing a 7/7 Haste Trample. Because we play fair Magic in this show.
Mm-hmm. We don't cheat, it's Magic Online.
The really funny thing is, this is actually like a very fair deck. Yeah, he's Vampire Sealing, which we're fine with. Not happy with, but fine with.
Mm-hmm.
And he has no cards in hand. And we have a Slice and Twain as our draw. Drawing Slice and Twain makes me want to play Raptor Hatchling.
So that if he drops a vampire's, whatever it's called, the 2/2/2 in lifelink.
Anything that can really screw us, like Pious Interdiction, Mark of the Vampire, any of it, we can kill it. And we still get a guy down that's able to profitably block the Paladin of the Bloodstained. And it's a use of our mana.
Yeah.
Because with Thundering Spineback on the field, he'll actually trade with the Paladin, and then we'll get a 4/4. And then I think he's just out of gas, which means over the next 7 turns kind of thing, we're just going to make a Dinosaur every turn, and eventually we're going to run him over. That being said, I don't think we attack this turn. We're at a very precarious life total, if he has anything at all. Because let's say he has just a straight removal spell. it would kill one of our guys. We'd have 3 left, and we would take 3. And, like, that's very bad for us.
Yeah, we don't want to take 3.
So I think we just pass.
Yeah.
And eventually, we'll just have enough damage on board where we can just swing big and win. And I don't think we're losing. Like, this is one of my favorite things about Magic. If you look at life totals and stuff, we're losing a lot. But we're actually... If we are not favored, this game is parity. There we go. Like... I think we're favored to win, and if we're not, we're even with them, even though we have 20 less life.
I think it's more of parity than favored.
Yeah, you're probably right, but just kind of to exacerbate my point.
As long as don't exacerbate too much.
Hey, our clock's 11:11. Make a wish. So do we just leave up Slice and Swain forever? Because, like, honestly, I'm pretty okay with just every turn, end of his turn, make a dinosaur until we have a big enough team to win.
Yeah, that's not a bad plan, actually.
Because we're going to have a 4/4 haste dinosaur every turn, and eventually we'll just have a big enough board to take him on. And in the meantime, he can't screw us over by getting a Slice and Swain, or like Excellent Binding our Thundering Spineback kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, aren't worried that he's going to swing though, right? Because shit every turn.
Even if he does,
effectively board wipe himself.
Yeah, if he swings out at us, first we have Ravenous Daggertooth, so we gain 2 life back, and then we get to eat 4 of his guys, so we'll leave him with 2. That's exactly what we're looking for, actually. And we're going to wait for... So he used Pious Interdiction, which is the pacifism. And we're going to wait for him to attack with the Skyblade. And then Slice and Swain the Pious.
Mm-hmm.
And then... we'll be able to block. Pious Interdiction. And...
We should pick the Pious Interdiction instead of the Cowboy.
Yeah, I did. But that is... With how I've been top decking these last few, misclicking the last few games. So now we're eating his main way of winning this game, which was having the flyer, and we're getting life in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to draw Huatli. Do we just win off of the Huatli? I don't think quite, but we get very, very close.
Yeah.
So if we play Huatli... We have 3 mana left over, which means we could still play the Blossom Dryad. And I think we would actually plus Huatli this turn.
I didn't know Huatli had a plus.
Yeah, it's gain life equal to the greatest power. But I don't think we care to zero her right now. And if we plus her, then we can -3 her next turn and kill all their vampires. And then they'll just have 2 paladins.
Works for me.
Do we want to attack with a Ravenous Daggertooth in the meanwhile?
I mean,
think
it's just
so.
3 free damage.
It's 4.
4. It says 4 free damage.
Thundering Spineback. He has +1/1.
Yeah.
And he is at 29 life. Like, we have to make a dent in that eventually.
Eventually.
And then we're going to play a Blossom Dryad. And play a Huatli. And we're going to... Yeah, I think plussing her's right here. It puts us out of easily killing range, and it lets us murder his entire board next turn without losing our own Huatli.
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, the play pattern with Huatli is you zero her for as long as you physically can.
Yeah.
Just make a 3/3 every single turn. Yeah, he just conceded him at this point. So we're 2-0. You guys have anything to say?
I don't think so. Other than we'll see you in match 3, and We keep drawing Watley.
Yeah, I'm super impressed by his deck, honestly. He mulled 4 the first game and still almost won.
Yeah.
Like, that Paladin of the Bloodstained into Mark of the Vampire was actually terrifying. Having a 5/4 lifelinker that made a 1/1 friend for 8 mana over 2 turns, like, it was very, very dangerous. We're actually... Usually, I'm pretty sure Dinosaur is actually the worst draft deck.
Yep. Unless you just get red-white beats.
Yeah. Nyasaurs, I should say. Nyasaurs are the worst draft deck. But we're actually really, really lucky that we had exactly this, because they're basically the only ones big enough to deal with the 5/4 lifelinker. Of course, if we had been like Pirates or something, we would have like 2 2/2s by that point, and then we could trade off. But
And we'd have burn spells.
yeah,
Maybe.
but we got there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good game. The second game was super good.
Oh, fun was had.
The first game was, for the fact that he mulled to 4, I don't think it was ever in doubt that we were going to win, because it's very, very hard to come back from mulliganing to 4. But he put up a hell of a fight for that. Gage, you got any comments?
No, I just want to comment on what you guys said. It does show that, you know, 0 life's the only one that matters, because you got your board state up. State all that matters. Life total.
You're going in and out a little bit, just so you know. I don't think the mic's totally picking you up.
I was saying that like that board state definitely matters more than life, and that last game kind of proved that, because you guys were at 5 life, but had the board state, ended up being able to win it. So.
Yeah. Now, it is a little bit facetious saying 0 is the only life point that matters. Like, that is true. But the difference between 20 and 1 is actually nothing. Until you lose the game, which is 0. But...
Yeah, because I think Channel Fireball, they made an article.
Probably. They've had a lot of articles.
Yeah, that was a good article. It was a good read.
Yeah. I like CFB a lot, but, shameless plug.
They're not paying us. Nobody's paying us anything.
No.
Out of the goodwill of our hearts.
CFB, please pay for us. No, yeah, like, there's not a big difference. Like, as I was saying during the game, we were at 5 life. If anyone, like, not familiar with the game of Magic just looked at it, they'd be like, oh, you guys are losing really, really bad. And it's like, no, we're not. We have a lot less life than them, but we're not losing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the things I really enjoy about the game. I think that's all I have to say.
I think we're ready to move to round 3, ladies and germs.
All right, we'll see you guys then.